Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Tampa. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Herbert. Here's a diving catch right side. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Dobbins going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety structure.
And Edwards will score for a Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off, let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 18. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And now, Charles, they're working with a short field, a chance to make this a two-score game, and these guys haven't even worked into a lather yet here in the first quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You score, you take it away, get an excellent return, and now you've got a chance to go up 2 scores in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Bucs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incomplete.
Now Mayfield lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play fake. Mayfield. Khalil Mack in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it, try and create some space, some room, and it went awry, didn't it?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Herbert now.
Pass out left finds Johnston.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Baker Mayfield going to lead his offense back out there. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive.
And he lost the football. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive.
They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
Now Mayfield.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield now.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Dobbins trying the left side.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
He finds some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he's in run for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And got his man complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, 82 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's got room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and got the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Herbert. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Ladd McConkey from 3 yards out. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
But I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Mayfield on play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point try now from Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly... You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Alert, 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 alert. Kings.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Dobbins once more.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers extend their lead yet again. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot down.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
Up the middle, it's Edwards.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Herbert on 3rd down now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Herbert changing things up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back now in Tampa. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's set. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Will Dissly there to make the grab. And the Chargers add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Mayfield going to switch things up here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Mayfield to throw it.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score. Deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. As a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw, Mayfield. And now here is another interception.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Herbert now on second down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Short throw to Dissler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. From the 50, here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. One last shot from Mayfield here. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.